Now, what you're going to do in your first assignment, you will turn it in here, and I will give you feedback before our next class session. I'm asking you to turn it in by Friday. I know not everyone will be able to do that. I'm going to explain it in a minute, but it's because I'm trying to give myself time to give you feedback. You will also watch a VoiceThread presentation, and the link is here. I'm not going to move on to that. I have a handout for you. I have web links for you that I've already shown you. And then I have a link to the discussion. If you would like to ask questions between our next class, you can post them here. For example, the comment about teaching your science concept, I'd like time to think about that. So if you have a particular challenge or question you have that I can be thinking about before we talk again, that would be very helpful to me. I would appreciate that being shared in the discussion. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to get us back to, this is always the challenge, how to get out of this mode. So I have to see what happened to my little, hold on a second. There we go. Isn't that wonderful? I really like this. For distance things, it's very helpful to me. I think. So what exactly are we going to do? Well, you'll go in to see the learning modules. You'll figure that out. And I've named the modules pretty straightforward for you. Our schedule is in Blackboard. We'll meet for 4 times. You will have things to do, a little assignment every time. You'll be working together. I don't mind that you turn one thing in a team. Your task for the next week is to make yourself familiar with Blackboard, complete the learning module. It'll be pretty obvious what you're supposed to do when you go in there. And then it's the main assignment is you're going to be taking this handout I have for you. The only thing I want you to do is identify the course or part of a course that you want to work on, just one part of your course. And all I'm asking you to do this week is think about what you do now. So you're going to write down, this is what I do when I teach this, this is what my students do when I teach this. When we think about what we're doing now, okay, it's very helpful when we start thinking what we can change. If we're not we're not thinking about what we're currently doing, it's not going to help us to start designing what happens other places. So let's look at how this might work, actually. So you'll see this person, this is actually from someone who was in, this is from the example I showed you earlier. The objectives are written over here. This is what you want the student to know, right? This is what you do. In this case, the student's lecturing and showing videos, and the learner is reading assignments, taking notes and lectures. They're selecting a research project, writing a paper, taking notes, etc. That's all I want you to do. Nothing about what you think you might do, what you're doing now. And when you get into the Blackboard, you'll see I have provided you a document just like what I showed you. You can type right in it, you will save it, and you will turn it into Blackboard, and I will give you some feedback and maybe ask some questions of you. Questions about that so far? Feel clear on that?
It's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other thing I'm asking you to do, I have created a voice thread. And this is very short. It's a very it's like a narrated presentation. It's very short. It's only 11 slides. I have the URL in Blackboard. You will go in that. Now notice, let me see if I can show you this little. See this over here? See the picture of me over here? I actually am talking. You actually can post comments to this. You don't have to. But I do ask for some interaction. So I would like you to view this before our next class session. It will probably take you 5 or 10 minutes to view. I'm showing it to you because I use VoiceThreads with my students as a way of presenting content to them outside of class. So it is one way you can present information to them, but at the same time engage them. So it will be very short, 5 or 10 minutes for you to participate in. It's pretty straightforward this week. And are there any other questions you have of me or concerns? I do appreciate that your students may not be ready. I do appreciate that the university may not be supportive. And I do appreciate that we don't want to change our complete class. We just want to focus on one part. So as you're thinking about this, just don't try to do the whole course. Choose one chapter, one unit, one part of your course. It may be the part of the course that's the most challenging for you. I think if you want to get the most out of this and think about how you can change something, that's what I would do. I would not choose something that is already working. I would choose something that I know could be done better. Any questions or comments as we wrap up today?
It's okay.
If you have questions or comments, post them in the discussion. You're also, of course, welcome to email me. I'm very happy to take questions at any time. I had a very wonderful experience in the summer with faculty, and I'm hoping we can achieve the same. I know this is very different, but I want to help you achieve your goals. That's all my goal is to help you be more successful. So that's it for today, for me.
Escuchar el mensaje. Es que tiene aquí un audio setup o algo así, ¿no?